Do you remember the last time you failed at something? Maybe we don't have to go back in time too far to go, yeah, like today. Every time we try something new, every time we step in and do the thing, sometimes we just don't get the desired result we're looking for, right? Today we're talking about the perspectives failing forward. Perspectives on failing forward. Recently, challenge, right? The double dog dare to get past your scare of public speaking challenge. And I viewed it as both a failure as well as a success. I viewed it as a failure in that I didn't have as many people involved as I wanted involved. And yet the success was the people that were, right? So what do I have to do with that? Very common sense-ish. However, common sense is not common practice. So let's talk about perspectives on failing forward. Now, in 2005, I was at a regional speech contest in Southern California. I had finished my presentation and I sat down, and then Lance Miller gets up. Now, Lance Miller, he stands up there and he says, I have a question for you. In fact, everybody go ahead and try to raise your right hand. And everybody throws their right hand up in the air and says, no, 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 no. I didn't tell you to raise your right hand. I told you to try and raise your right hand. Okay, let's do this again. Try to raise your right hand. At this point, most everybody's getting it. They're like, well, you don't try. You either do it or you don't do it. Exactly. You either do it or you don't do it. Now, Lance Miller went on to win that regional competition, and he went on to win the 2005 World Championship. We don't just try. We do it. We do the thing. However, when we don't get the desired result, we've got to do something about it, right? We analyze it, we tweak it, we tweak the process, then we do the thing again. So we analyze, we tweak it, we do the thing again until we get the desired result that we're looking for, right? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is David Adams with People Steward Leadership. The whole concept behind People Steward Leadership is to inspire leaders to embrace people stewardship so that their teams will take personal responsibility for their own growth and development. And why is this important? Because we, as leaders, we've got to treat people like family. People give us their heart, their head, and their hands to get the job done, right? So people aren't just showing up for a paycheck, but they're actually showing up fully engaged because they're a part of something bigger than themselves, right? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Anyways, if you like the content, like it, subscribe to the channel, share it with other people, share it with anybody who may need the message, and let's move forward. Again, I was speaking with a friend of mine, and it was today, actually. I was speaking with my friend Hollis Citron. Now, here's the thing about Hollis. She runs a podcast called Creative Conversations with Hollis Citron. And we were just talking about how we don't know who we're influencing, and we're not really sure the transformation that we're giving people. We're just not sure because we don't always see the lives that we've helped to transform. But she was like, here's the interesting situation, though. She said, I had in my classroom, she taught for years and years, but she says, in my classroom, there was a concept that we were constantly, and you mess it up. That was a beautiful oops. Try again. And all the kids were getting it. All the kids were getting it. But she had this one really tough student. And this student just was always pushing back about everything. Had a tough home life, had a tough everything, but she showed it when she come to class. But she was at the front of the classroom, teachers at the front of the classroom, Hollis was, and she overheard a conversation where one of the students was like, dang it, I screwed it up. I messed this thing up. And this tough girl looks at her and says, that's a beautiful oops. Try again. She said, that was the moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, it made it through to her, right? It finally got through to her. And what a beautiful moment for her to know that the message that she had been sharing had penetrated even the toughest of hearts. And sometimes when we're sharing a message, if we repeat it over and over and over and over again, people start to get it. They start to internalize the message, and it becomes a part of who they are. So what are the overall lessons when it comes to perspectives on failing forward? Number one, we've got to do the thing. And then if we experience a beautiful oops, let's call it what it is. It's a beautiful oops. What was the lesson in it? What was the lesson in the failure? When we analyze what happened, where was the breakdown in the process? And if we tweak that process, will we get a better result? do the thing again. And then we continue to follow this process until we get the desired result we're looking for. Now, sometimes in the analyzing of the process, maybe we should reach out to someone who has actually done what we're looking to do, and we can get their perspective on how to best tweak the process. Don't be afraid to ask for help, especially sometimes we'll seek help too late. Case in point, when we start looking at our children when they're in school and they've got these projects and they wait till the very last minute, the last day to ask for help. And then everybody's up until 5 o'clock in the morning trying to put this project together because they asked for help on the last day. No. How about we ask for help when the project is assigned, right? But anyways, the idea is that we can seek help from others that can help us move forward to tweak our process so that when we do the thing again, we're doing the thing with added knowledge from somebody who's done what we want to do, right? So what's the overall process? Perspectives on failing forward. Again, let's look for the beautiful oops and let's do the thing again. Do the thing and do the thing and do the thing until we get the desired result. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you again tomorrow.